All right, we'll call this meeting to order. We'll all stand and do the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll now have roll call of officers, please. Board members.
Commissioner Brightfelder? Commissioner Hedden? Commissioner Rowland? Commissioner Ware?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Here.
Commissioner Welling?
Present.
Commissioner Wilson?
Present. I know that Jerry Rowland had a doctor's appointment, which he was going to try to be here as soon as this doctor's appointment was over. And I know that Richard is still in Las Vegas, hopefully still has some money, but he's returning later today. Steve, Commissioner Steve's and I'm not sure. Maybe he's on his way, or maybe he got called to duty out. You don't know. So we'll find out. Okay, I'll now entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carried. I will now entertain a motion to approve the minutes of our previous meeting.
Madam President, if I may, there'll be 3 minutes looking to be approved, because we had our regular meeting on July 9th, and then also 2 special meetings subsequent to that, July 30th and August 6th.
I entertain a motion to approve all the minutes.
Second.
I'll move to approve all 3 minutes.
All right, and Mr. Commissioner Ware seconded.
Second, yes.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Motion carried. All right. Public comment. Hello.
Yes, hello. My name is Tom Conlon, Marine Corps veteran, and I just have a few comments within 180 seconds. So I picked up in the news in the fall of 23 that the Veteran Services Commission has some challenges, and it really wasn't delivering the prerequisite benefits and services that veterans in the county were really entitled to. And I took an interest, and I showed up in the February 24 board meeting, which was known as the shootout at the VSC. And all heck broke loose, and I was glad I was there. And that led to taking more of an interest, which I did. And then that was our first year of Veterans Appreciation Day, and I was involved in that planning in a significant manner, and met Orlando Sanza at the press conference at the Great American Ballpark, and we agreed to have lunch. And I caught on right away that he understood how to think strategically as well as implement tactically when we talk about goals and objectives that would allow us to pivot towards a goal and objective, not just decisions on to have a bus or not, but what are you trying to achieve? And then when I saw him produce at a subsequent meeting a business plan that the board was really seeing for the first time in eons. And I could tell that there was traction that was being made here by the group. The president of the board, a term was going to expire. I encouraged that Gene continue in order to maintain some continuity and some experience in the board that would let us transition into a new world of doing improved work and better. And so that's what you did. Thank you. And over time, I have kept track of, I'm fortunate to have been involved in helping veterans over the years before coming here. I'm the peer mentor coordinator in the Veterans Court, and I've seen how you have strengthened your presence and your follow through, starting when I met James who's a Marine, which had to put up with that. So, but in any event, thank you very much. And Orlando, applause to you. Good luck in your, in protecting my rights, your rights, everyone's. And it's been an amazing journey of all of you. It takes a board. I'm glad to see that the board has gotten to an understanding that one person doesn't decide what the board is, but it's the body that makes the decision. And that's clearly evident how this is transpired. Glenn Welling I met a few years ago when he put on a Veterans Era celebration for coming home at Cintas Center. And I encouraged his appointment on the board here. I think he'll be a terrific interim director. And Glenn, I look forward to working with you in any way that I can. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you. Thank you.
You did very good. Thank you, Tom. I was timing, so I didn't cut you off. All right. Well, you did very good. We appreciate you coming and your interest always in veterans and our board. And you've given me a lot of advice over the last couple of years. You know, don't think I listened to you, but
Thank you.
okay. Now, do we have anyone else that wants to make a public comment? Yep. Okay. All right. So we'll move on to old business, and that would be the military and Veterans Appreciation Day.
So, Madam President, with our second annual Military and Veterans Appreciation Day coming up in just 2 weeks' time, we want to provide an update to the board and the public, and no one better to give an update on all things Military and Veteran Appreciation Day and outreach as well than our high-speed, low-drag outreach manager, Sergeant Amber Ndubisi. U.S. Army. Yeah.
Right. So planning is underway. We are 11 days away from our annual appreciation event. Planning is looking good. We have 80 volunteers right now. We're still looking for maybe 20 more. Just want to let it be known that we do, it was opened up to county employees and JFS to volunteer and receive comp time for their volunteering efforts. So we do have quite a number of members from the county that will be volunteering for our event. I think that's a great initiative to share. We have our bus. This bus should be going live this week. And we're using this as a marketing incentive tool because, you know, veterans will receive free rides just by showing their military ID the day of the appreciation event. So that's another way to enhance the marketing of the event. And this bus will also be stagnant at the event. It will be static for 3 hours as well. We have currently 92 vendors that are confirmed to attend the event, making sure to provide on-site services. That is one of the things that we require out of all of our vendors, that they do assist the veterans on-site versus referrals. We're glad of that. And we have some new vendors as well, like Mustang Journey will be there. They will be bringing a horse. So we have some animals that'll be there. We have a really nice kid zone to include a rock wall. And we have 9 food trucks, 3 of them and 3 sweet trucks. So that's a total of 12. We do have a couple hometown favorites. Right now it's tentative for Skyline. They will participate, but for just a couple of hours, but even still they'll participate. And then we also have La Rosa's bringing their big vans to participate. And then the other food truck vendors are all local in kind, small businesses and veteran-friendly businesses as well.
Amber, what's the count right now for registration online?
We are at 1,533.
It's great. Outstanding. That's great.
Commercials, we did a Fox 19 takeover, so we're stagnant on their site. And we are seeing it rise. Everything we enroll, we are seeing it rise. We have 20,000 postcards that are being mailed directly to vendors this week, so they should arrive in their mailboxes at the end of the week. So we're looking to see an increase. And then also understanding that even if you don't register, we don't turn veterans away. So we're prepared to accept on-site registration as well.
Is anybody gonna make the rounds on TV next week, like to the morning shows or anything?
Yes,
You had to ask.
Fearless incoming leader. It'll be.
Have- Next week, I think you said
Well,
Friday.
Friday, live in Sawyer
Yeah.
Point, 10 with Fox 19 and WKRC next week.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
What about the 5 on the couch with, Ashley Kirkland and Cherie Palello?
We're not on.
If you've got the end, Lincoln, let's do that.
Okay.
Yeah, do that.
Job today.
Okay, yeah. Yeah,
Good.
yeah. They have this, guest on, they have different organizations on. They sit on the couch with them. I think it's around 4:30.
Yeah,
4:30.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll look into that today.
Perfect.
And then we
Good.
will be sending out a tentative runner show, and then we need to know, how the commissioners will participate. So we wanna know how many of all commissioners will be there, so we can make sure that we have your parking and everything taken care of as well. So that's something we can talk about offline.
There's a ribbon cutting, right, that's being planned, so,
Yes.
it,
No initiative, and we're figuring out the logistics of that now, so we will want you all there
Yeah.
to take part in that. And there's a couple MC slots as well that we're requesting for assistance with.
A question I had is commissioners or staff, do we need to register using the QR code or will we take care of that internally?
You're taken care of, but I will register because you are veterans and just for
I
our
registered,
food ticket
yeah.
purpose.
Okay, so,
We all have registered,
okay,
so, yes, please.
good. Thank you, Amber. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is a long time coming, and the team has been planning since October for this event. So well done, and it's going to be a great event. I do want to just remind the commissioners that last year's event, the board had voluntarily decided to gift gift cards for raffle prizes to the Appreciation Day. If that is still an interest for the commissioners, please let Amber and Jenny know. That way they can also track that as part of the raffle prizes that'll be given on Appreciation Day. Okay. Anything else to add? Now I turn it over to our transportation manager to maybe piggyback on that and then also just give a quick update on all things transportation.
Our full-time driver, Jerry Coleman, fell, broke his arm. There is no timetable for return. We have moved forward with hiring, to fill his position. In the meantime, I've been doing the active transportation, which I did pick up 2 veterans this morning, and they are currently down at the 909 Vine Street Clinic. They're gonna be ready soon to be transported home. So I'll just give the update and then I'll exit the meeting. But if you just look at the sheet here, obviously all numbers are good. Everyone should have a copy. But I wanna, just a quick glance at the bottom number, the could not assist because the schedule is full. That number is already higher than the 2 previous months, and that's not good. We're gonna be getting a new van, another van, another 6 to 8 weeks. It's in the ordering process. So we're expanding to attack this number. We have to be able to say yes. Thank you. That's our goal, is to expand and be able to pick everyone up that calls in. So, if you look at the numbers, you can see how we're dropping off and providing transportation to those different locations. 909 Vine, Fort Thomas, Claremont County. So our name is getting out there more and more. And more people are calling down for transportation. And transportation for Metro, as Amber was talking about, veterans are able to ride Metro free all day downtown to the event. Now there's going to be a circulator going around downtown to the garages, to our lots, dropping off down at Story Point to get them there for free safely. The veterans might have to wait 10 minutes, no more than 10 minutes. That is the quick update that I have. Do you have any questions for me?
I do have a question.
Yeah, sure.
My question is, where I see where we couldn't assist because the schedule's full, do we give them recommendations how they can get transported?
We have provided bus passes.
Okay.
And also there are Uber Health lifts that the VA does provide. So a lot of times the veteran would contact the VA Transportation Department, and then they might refer them to us. And then if we can't assist, and if they're on the bus line, bus passes have been given out, Metro Access or Uber Health. We don't have an account with Uber Health. That's would actually come through the VA. That's a benefit through the VA that they can access.
But we give them suggestions and.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, great.
Yes, the answer isn't just no and then click, but no, yes. There's suggestions in different ways and opportunities for it.
Gotcha. That's
Great.
all I have.
Thank you, James. Appreciate it. Thank you. Keep it up. Yeah. Well, now we'll, if you want to stay for the transitional veteran housing initiative, you got a few minutes for that. Okay, good. All right. Madam President, we can move on to new business.
New business transitional housing for the homeless veterans initiative.
Yeah, so we are excited to present to the board today what will be really the first ever of its kind for Veteran Service Commissions, most definitely in Southwest Ohio, if not all of Ohio. The potential for our VSC to be the lead element, the tip of the spear when it comes to providing transitional housing for homeless veterans in the county. So over the last few months, we've been able to, as a team, collectively visit and inquire and really look to see if there is any way to partner with existing organizations that are trying to assist in the same mission set of getting veterans from homelessness to permanent housing. And what that led to, as many of you were able to attend, is a visit to the Quality Inn and Suites on West 8th Street, a fully functioning hotel that recently, over the last year, has converted one of their floors, the 6th floor, to a veteran-only floor, providing transitional housing. Already approved through HUD-VASH's HUD-VASH housing program. So what we then put together is a potential plan to put out for bid, actual formal bid through the county, a request for proposal on whether, now it could be Quality Inn, it could not. This will be an actual unbiased bid process that will go through the county of trying to determine whether there is a partner that the Veteran Service Commission can send veterans to get housing assistance that's already HUD-VASH approved, and then the VSC would be able to support the veteran for the difference in cost from what the HUD-VASH voucher is currently and what the going rate is for the hotel. The problem with that we've identified over the last year is that HUD-VASH has actually changed their criteria system for determining what the voucher amount is for veterans seeking housing. It used to be standard. It used to be about $1,100 in this area, but it has gone down twice over the last year, down to $800 and then down now to the current voucher rate of $600. Because now HUD-VASH looks at the zip code of where the facility is actually situated. So from a business standpoint, that is certainly not helpful for a business that's still trying to pay operating costs and still stay afloat, but has the heart and is willing to accommodate and is able to accommodate veterans that are in need of housing. So the proposal to the board, if the board decides to approve it today, is that the VSC would come in and support the difference from $1,000 a month per veteran and the $600 that they would be getting for the HUD-VASH voucher. So it'd be a $400 financial assistance that we would give to the veteran up to a year in this transitional housing facility. Then it would allow the veteran to go from homelessness to the transitional facility to then permanent housing. Nothing like it of its kind. I don't want to really steal the thunder from the managers that are going to present on how this is really going to impact us in a positive way across the different departments we have, because all this work has been really come to fruition through the help of our summer intern, Teddy Bismeyer, who has put a presentation together. And with that, I want to turn it over to Teddy on his last day to give the presentation of the hard work he's done. Teddy, go ahead.
Quickly get Ron real fast. Who's
Sure.
part of this.
While he's doing that, you do see in your packet the actual proposal that we put together. Teddy actually took a big assistance in getting this packet together and submitted through the purchasing office of the county. So that's what would be approved today is the actual transitional housing for homeless veterans request for bid. Go ahead, Teddy.
Morning. We have a little presentation for you all. We're going to be talking about the transitional housing initiative. Each of the managers is going to get to talk about how this is going to affect their department. I want to give you a full overview on, the commitments and the initiative and how this is all going to work with us. First is up is going to be the outreach department. I'll turn it over to Amber. Talk about giving a little bit, some ideas and some things that we're going to work on relating to the outreach department and how it's going to work with us and the housing partner, whoever gets the bid.
Okay, thank you. So of course I had the honor of touring the Quality Inn prior to inviting the board out to tour as well, and just seeing the opportunities that the Quality Inn can provide to veterans. One of the biggest barriers for the veterans is housing and sustainability. And working with them, and even currently, we refer to HUD-VASH, Battle 9 Vine, for housing. But of course, it's a saturated system. So it's not an immediate relief. It looks like a waiting list, and it depending on your current circumstance, where you'll fall on that waiting list. There are other programs like SSVF, which is a really good program because it's a case management program, but you have to be struggling with an addiction to even be eligible for that type of program. So having somewhere to refer to veterans for housing is huge. I've even reached out to like Section 8 and County CMHA housing. Even though they say there are veteran home housing programs, there's not. You're either low income or you're a senior, but you don't get precedence for being. So because of the increase in homelessness, I think that this would be great for us to assist with the barrier for housing. So even from an outreach standpoint, currently in relation with Block Ministry, in partnership with Block Ministry, Chef Christine, she offers hot meals. And this is an initiative that she's doing out of her pocket. She is wanting camaraderie between the veteran. And so once a week, she is providing hot meals. And currently it costs her $60 per meal. And so just thinking about even assisting with that, and prior to even knowing that this housing initiative was a possibility, I spoke to Chef Christina. What would it look like if we partner and we helped with hot meals at some frequency per month? And knowing that it's $60 now, but as enrollment into the program increases, that number can fluctuate drastically. Also, just thinking about mobile mini job fairs. I went to a job fair out on Vine Street, and they just had 3 employers for veterans, but it allowed for one-on-one conversations with the veteran, and they were doing on-the-spot hiring. So just thinking about connecting and partnering with other employers that are looking to hire veterans and assist veterans, and bringing them on site at quarterly to host a mini job fair, and partnering with DBOPS at OMJ to assist with mock interviews and resume writing and job skills. And even education programs that they also offer with a partner like OMJ to help you get a certificate if you want to enhance your current employment status. So it's important with outreach to always partner with agencies that have the same goal as us, to help serve veterans and to enhance their current situation and create sustainability. So those are just a few of my ideas on how we would assist with this program.
It's the outreach. I think the next up is justice. We have Ron Mitchell here to talk a little bit about it, the benefits of to the people once they're in the program, how we can help them through the justice avenue.
Good morning, Commissioners, Director. Just FYI, guys, from my personal background, where I come from, parole, one of the most important things for a person that's coming from incarceration is to have a bed to sleep in, to have running water where he or she can take a shower, to have food where he can eat. So we getting a person, a veteran, coming from the County Justice Center, being released and have no place to stay. What a great opportunity the Quality Inn would be if we have that as a tool in our belt to offer this guy, the veteran that is, 30 days of times where he can actually get himself together. It'll give me time to work with him in the outreach part, what I can do. Because it's kind of a lot of red tape when it comes to placing guys. I'm just being honest with you, and I know this for a fact. You got to go through the cap line, Director. You got to hope that the Veteran Resource Center or Joseph House or Talbot House can take you in. It's not overnight. What will be a great opportunity for our veterans at the Hamilton County Justice Center to get out, make 1 or 2 phone calls, and me and Jim talked about this too, to have that tool where we are able to place them for 30 days and get a chance to work. They sit still for a little while, where we can actually work with them and let them know things that we can do to help them. Start off with Amber saying, resume writing. We can help them find a job. We can put them in the resources where they can get clothes so they can go to a job, get themselves cleaned up, because you have to look the part to get a job also. So this would allow us a little time to work with our veterans by placing them in a program such as the Quality Inn. I'm saying a program, but housing. It gives us a little time to work with them. So also an opportunity, if this were you guys approve, this would be awesome. I think it'd be money well spent. Here's the reason why, and I'll sit down from there. Recidivism rate. It will reduce the fact that guys are constantly in the Justice Center. Here he is working again in vet court. I'm putting my notes in from guys that was in vet court in 2022, and I'm just looking at the chronological order and vet tracking that we're working with some of the same guys doing some of the same thing. Homelessness leads to a lot of things, guys. Homelessness leads to a lot of things. And I know this from being a parole officer for 37 years. Guys coming out of the state of Ohio, ODRC, and don't have a place to stay. They come and see their parole officer. They're going to do whatever they have to do to survive now. Trust me, believe that. So if that means committing a crime, being in a vacant building, doing whatever they have to do to get housing, they're going to do it. So why don't we offer them that opportunity? Why don't we offer them 30 days? Say, hey, listen, you have 30 days here to get, that would be huge, guys, to get their stuff together and have a team of people. Like Amber said, we partnering with people, not just us. We're not by ourselves. We have allies, and you guys know we all military people, and that we know how important allies are. So for us to work together and come up with a solution for this veteran, a case plan, that is, and get him moving in the right direction. I yield my time to the commissioners.
Thank you, Ron. Thank you. Thank you.
Like Ron talked about, a lot of the issues that we see with these veterans that we run into, whether it's out on the streets that are homeless or in the justice system, is that housing is one of the predominant factors in why they're in that situation, whether there's just not enough beds in some of these other housing areas, or whether they're in a bad situation and that's leading them to be in areas where they're more likely to find substances, or they're more likely to be, like you said, in an abandoned building because they have no other place to go. That's going to lead to charges, and this would give them an avenue to have a case plan, all of us to work with them and get them on the right track for as long as they need that if they're in our system. Next up, to talk a little more about the planning and getting them on the right track, we have Cornell White with the self-sufficiency division, and he's going to talk about
Not sure if you guys were all here for the Seas Clear Hope bill, but with self-sufficiency, we have to be able to support, engage, and transition the veterans. if we get this housing set up, I don't know what kind of data we'll get from it, but it will be huge. The amount of information that we can get with having access to veterans who are in our housing thing, we could probably develop something that'll just crush all of our problems, because we have that constant access to these 75 or however many veterans. We know exactly where they are. And being able to have that constant communication with them, we can decide what success looks like, we can decide what our win rate is, and we can engage them where they are and transition them from being quasi-homeless, because we're helping them, to being self-sufficient, productive members of the community. Some of the issues that I'm having with self-sufficiency is access to veterans. They come in, they have their problem, Jim helps them, they get their money, and we don't see them again till they need money again. So Ron's experience is a little different because they're in court, but for me, having the ability to know where they are, set up programs to coach them and get them through just any mental blocks or barriers to, why don't you have a resume? Why, your why. Why are you not okay? We could actually help them and actually be able to just use that data to help us as an organization in areas that I'm not even, I don't even know how much that data is going to help us, but I know it'd be huge. So if we get this, it would help us greatly, and I am extremely excited about working with them. So, yeah, if I had a vote, it would be yes.
Like Cornell talked about, having all of this in-house to be crucial. We can go over each department, everyone can have a say in how we're gonna help these veterans. Because if they're all housed, we can all stop by, we can create these self-sufficiency plans. We can give them the help they need instead of having to.
Going around is the self-sufficiency plan that each vet will go through. Sorry.
Yeah, those self-sufficiency plans we can give to them. For example, Ron, just the other day, about a week or two ago, we went out and saw this homeless veteran on the side of the road. He's right over by on the way in by the highway. Yes, sir, by Staples. And we talked to him a little on why he's there, and he said, he just started reaching out to the VA, but it's going to be about a week or two before they can even think about, processing his stuff and potentially placing him in all these things. If we can find a place for them to go, we can start doing this paperwork and getting them the resources they need far sooner and more efficient than them trying to do it themselves while living without a home. Lastly, on the finance aspect, we have Jim here to talk about how while they're in the housing, we can help them even more.
Thanks, Teddy. As you all know, our objective in the financial services department is to get people to self-sufficiency. I've discussed this with all of the managers, as Cornell has pointed out, and Ron. A big issue that we have is people come to us for financial assistance. We give them some type of assistance and then they're gone. We have been putting plans in place for them. We do follow-up calls. Cornell follows up as well, but they're not under our radar, so to speak. With a situation like this, what I personally have envisioned is we get someone who's homeless, we get them housing for a temporary period. While they're there, we can give them credit counseling, financial literacy courses. We can connect them with OMJ, job readiness training, even job placement. So we can follow them through the process of going from a homeless veteran who has no money, no resources, to someone who is actually a self-sustained member of society. And this is to me, this is what we should be doing. This is the whole vision that I had when I started here. We can take someone like this veteran that Teddy went and visited with Ron and Taylor and take him into this housing plan, get him counseling, get him on job training, and then get him to be a self-sustaining member of society. I always tell people when we give them assistance, if we're doing our job right, we'll never have to see you again. This would give us all the tools that we need to make sure that that happens. So, as everyone else pointed out, I think I can speak for all the managers. We are totally for this. This will be money well spent. The recidivism rate, I think, would disappear once we put somebody through this program on this track, I really don't think we'd ever see it. So I hope we have your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Jim.
Believe that's all the basics covered. I think you have all the more details if there's any questions. That's essentially the presentation.
Okay. Thank you, Teddy. Well done.
Questions?
Yes.
Any board members have any questions?
Oh, yeah, I got quite a few. My first question is, why are we co-sponsoring with this Hamilton County as opposed to just sponsoring it based on our commission alone?
Well, Commissioner, for one, that as this squarely falls already under a financial assistance program that we're doing, I mean, there's really no difference in a veteran that's needing housing support for rent for a month and coming to no other county agency but ours and getting a check that's sent to their landlord than a veteran that comes in needing more than just 30 days and is now going to a place that can accommodate not just their housing need, but also support for other veteran benefits and initiatives. That is squarely the VSC's purview. Do we welcome other county agencies to get involved? Certainly. But from our standpoint, we need to be the lead element here. The other thing, too, is that, and I just want to be clear, the decision for the board today is not to sponsor this program to be at the Quality Inn. Okay, that is just one of potentially many opportunities to partner within the county. This is just a vote to send this out for a bid, and then they have to submit their plan back to us. I will tell you, though, that the problem that, or not the problem, a factor to consider is that the Veteran Service Commission cannot support an entire building, or else we'd spend our entire year's budget on this housing program. The vision would be that what would it look like if the Veteran Service Commission simply sponsored a floor or two? And then there were other agencies that sponsored multiple other floors. So for example, in the Quality Inn, it's a 12-floor building. There's only one floor designated for veteran only. This proposal is to find a place that can accommodate up to 75 rooms. Well, there's north of 130 rooms in this Quality Inn alone. So the Quality Inn would have to look for other partners, whether it's on the for-profit side or the government side on other agencies or other county veteran service commissions. So from our standpoint, we first just want to get the ground running. And then once we identify the location, then that location, we will work with that location to hopefully get other partners in the community. But for this standpoint, this bid does not require partnership with any other entity because no other
But
county.
it does. I'm reading the front page. It says, issued by the Hamilton County Board of County Commissioners and the Hamilton County Veteran Service Commission. My question to you, which you haven't answered yet, is why are we partnering with the county and not sponsoring the RFP just on our commission alone?
So there's a real simple answer to that. A request for proposal only comes through county. So this request for proposal comes on a standard county purchasing department form. And the Hamilton County Veteran Service Commission does not have its own purchasing department. The county government has a purchasing department. That's where the bid comes from.
So every organization and every entity that wants to put an RFP out automatically partners with Hamilton County Board of Commissioners?
If by partnership you mean that the standard form,
by the Hamilton County Board of Commissioners and the Hamilton County Veteran Service Commission. So that makes us partners.
yeah. If you say partnered, that the purchasing form needs to be on a standard county form for a request for bid, then yes. The answer is yes.
Is this a standard form?
The answer is yes, sir.
So all organizations in all Hamilton County, whether they're veterans or regulatory or government or private, have to partner with the Hamilton County Board of Commissioners.
No, sir. A government agency that is within Hamilton County government has to be on the standard county government purchasing form, and that's what you have in front of you. A private entity obviously is not a government agency that would have to abide by a purchasing form.
This is a purchasing form.
Sir, you said a private entity. I'm telling you that a private entity would not have to abide by this form because they're not part of Hamilton County government.
Okay, well, I still have questions about that. My other question is, where's the funding going to come from, for this program? Is it gonna come from us, or are we gonna get part from Hamilton County? Or are we gonna get part from the state or the federal government? Or is it just us on our own budget?
This request for proposal would come from the VSC's budget because it would fall under a veteran relief initiative. And the Veteran Relief Fund of the Veteran Service Commission is squarely within that purview. So this would come from the VSC's budget.
So there's no other funding, just our own?
Sir, it doesn't preclude us to seek other funding, but the commitment would first have to come from the VSC because we're requesting the proposal.
So we're actually saying we're gonna be able to handle this program 100% of on our own funding.
The estimate that's in this proposal estimates 75 rooms at $400 per veteran, up to a maximum of 1 year, gives an estimate of $300,000 committed for the entire fiscal year. That has been included in the appropriations that we sent to the county for 2026. Yes, sir.
I didn't even know this program was available before 2026 budget. The SSVF program is not just for addicted people or people who are seeking substance abuse assistance. It's for very low income people across the board. I brought some information to this board last year about that program. It is not restricted to just people who are substance abuse addicted. And that particular program has funding in it for organizations that partner with the Veteran Services Administration, and funding in it for individuals who are participating in that program. So there are monies available from outside of our organization. I'm a little bit concerned about the suggestion that it costs $60 a meal. 3 meals a day, that's $180. 10 days, that's $1,800. That's a lot of money for preparing food and serving people. So I would think that needs a little bit more looking into.
We're not sponsoring the meals, sir. That was a proposal that was
I
given.
didn't say before. I just said, I'm talking about the cost that Amber brought up is generic. It's a lot of money, whoever pays it.
Go ahead, Amber. Do you want to say?
I guess Claire, Chef Christine, she runs the program out of pocket. And currently that 6th floor has veterans, but it's not even full. That's why I was saying there will be an increase in cost as the building fills. But for the current amount of veterans that lives there, she is paying $60 for a meal, and her frequency is once a week that she is going over there and feeding veterans. That's not per veteran, it's per meal, one time a week out of her pocket for the current.
But that's just one organization.
And it's not an organization, she's a chef for Block Ministries, but she's self-funding this initiative.
So to be clear, the $60, it's a $60 cost to serve all of the veterans that are there.
That's
not just
not correct.
Not per
Not
person.
just one.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
That's correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
That helps, thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I thought it was one per.
No, yeah, that's a lot of stuff.
Okay.
I didn't know Jeff Ruby changed his name.
The requirements to participate in the HUD-VAC program, I don't know enough about it, but I know that if we're going to be working with SSVF or HUD-VAC or any other organization, they have their own separate rules that people need to apply to and organizations need to follow. I don't know if this plan here covers all of that coordination, but I know that it can be intricate at times. I think the concept is fantastic. It's the particulars that I have a lot of problems with at this point, and I have a lot of questions about the funding, and I have a lot of questions about. I don't agree with what the executive director says about us not being in partnership with the county. And if we are in partnership with the county, who's the lead? Who's secondary? Or are we equally standing, of equal standing? And if there are liabilities involved, do we share liabilities that may be caused by the partner and not by our organization? I think that this needs to be looked at in a lot more detail than just a 10-minute, 15-minute discussion at one meeting.
Commissioner, if I can clarify, the HUD-VASH, one of the things that we've discussed is that anyone utilizing this facility would also have to qualify under the rules for HUD-VASH housing. I work closely with HUD-VASH. They are pretty much out of facilities at this point. There's a real housing shortage when it comes to people qualified for HUD-VASH because landlords, frankly, are reluctant to enter into those programs because they have to reduce the rent at a level where HUD-VASH could supplement enough for the veteran to afford it. So this would be something to help HUD-VASH. We've talked very casually about it, but that would be one of our requirements. You'd have to still meet the requirements for HUD-VASH in order to participate.
Well, they have a lot more requirements than just the entry qualification.
That is correct.
They have requirements about retention. They have requirements about criminal activity. There's a lot involved in coordinating with another government agency in a transitional housing program that we're putting our name on. And I'm just concerned that, we look at all of these details more thoroughly. I can't do this in 20 minutes. So.
Quick question.
Yeah.
As the Hamilton County Veterans Service Commission, are we not a county entity?
No, we're independent.
Are we not?
No, we're a state agency that's totally independent. And that's what 5901 said.
We are a county agency,
That's what
Commissioner.
We're not a county agency. The county has no authority over this agency. We are an independent agency. The county functions to approve our budget, and our budget is submitted in accordance with state guidelines. Once that is done, we are an independent agency of state government.
Commissioner, in relation to your last question on HUD-VASH, the way that we were envisioning this working with the proposal is that HUD-VASH first approves the individuals. We were talking about how we can walk them through the application and all that to make sure we're finding individuals who are qualified. But because of the HUD-VASH lower rates, they're down to, I think it was 600 now. These places are usually coming in about 1,000, so we're just splitting the difference. So if the place is going to be 1,000, HUD-VASH is going to put up the first 600. We're just covering that other gap, so the 400.
That's just one aspect of the HUD-VASH program. There are others.
Yes, sir.
And we shouldn't gloss over those.
Commissioner, just real quickly, briefly, prior to being hired here at the Veterans Service Commission, I was working at the VOA on Hamilton Avenue. And when the Quality Inn came into play, I toured just like with Amber and I sat in on the board, and which was great because at the Veteran Resource Center, the VOA, normally they give them a window between 3 months and 6 months, and after that, they're pretty much on their own. So we were able to partner with the Quality Inn where our veterans actually, when they timed out at the Veteran Resource Center on Hamilton Avenue, 7938 Hamilton Avenue, and we were able to put them in the Quality Inn and not be homeless. It was a great fit for us, and it was a great win for our veterans that they're not leaving a place where they have a warm bed, 3 meals a day, a place where they can call home and going back to homelessness. So this was a stop for them, another stop for them to give them time to get themselves together. So it was a great opportunity for that veteran to leave us. He didn't serve this time. He's still waiting on his DD-214 or can't find his files or can't put all things together and go to the Quality Inn and live there for a period of time until he was able to get out everything in order. So I'm just letting you know it was a great fit for
conceptually, I think this is a fantastic program. And I have some history of being involved with transitional housing. So I know about the benefits and I know about our intent, but there are a lot of tie-ins with other government regulations and government rules that we undertake when we do this. And I just need to make sure that we're aware of those and that we agree with them. Because once we go out on the limb and put our name on this housing project, then all of the associated problems that come with it, and I can tell you, there are some on the back end of that, if you have to deal with that, to enroll people, that we consider those before we just rubber stamp this program.
The last thing I'll say, Madam President, is that when this RFP draft was submitted to all commissioners for review a week ago on August 6th, there was a week for the board to review it and be prepared with questions here today. So this wasn't just haphazardly submitted by the team here today at today's meeting. Excuse me, sir. I'm not finished yet, sir. And I just direct the board. I direct the board to page 26 in the scope of work on article number 2. Number 3, it says that the selected vendor shall demonstrate capacity and willingness to coordinate with HUD-VASH program. So the question that whether we will coordinate with HUD-VASH, it's squarely in the RFP, sir. So that question has already been answered by the RFP alone. Yield my time. Thank you.
Nobody said that this was haphazardly put together. You said that. I didn't say it.
Okay. Moving on.
I would like to make a motion that we authorize moving forward with the RFP.
We have a motion to move forward with this program. Is there a second?
I have a point of
Excuse me.
I have a question.
Excuse me. I'm talking.
Before you second that, I have a question about.
You can ask questions under discussion.
No,
That's how it
this
works.
is a point of order
No
about.
point of order with you,
issue
sir. I'm
of the
speaking.
question.
Questions are taken after the second. Do I have a second?
A second.
Second. Okay, now discussion.
You haven't explained what the motion is. You said move forward. What does that mean?
Proceed with the RFP, to issue the RFP.
Are you saying we should approve this draft?
Madam President, I believe the motion language is sufficient. Moving forward is exactly what we need with this RFP. Moving forward means that we will submit this to the purchasing department and then they will take it from there and actually post this publicly for bids.
So your motion is, the question is your motion to approve this draft?
To move forward with this RFP.
That's not
So
what I asked.
inherently, yes, approve this draft.
Okay, thank you. I understand, John.
Yeah.
All right. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please, Pam.
Commissioner Brightfelder,
Yes.
Braden stopped. Commissioner Ware,
Yes.
Commissioner Watson,
No.
Commissioner Welling.
Yes.
And Commissioner Wilson.
Yes.
Moving forward, commissioners and directors updates.
I'd like to make a motion to change our meetings from 10 a.m. until 2 p.m.
Keep the same day.
Keep the same day,
Second
just the
Wednesday.
time from 10 a.m. until
2 p.m.
To 2 p.m.
I
So
don't think Steve's opposed to that. You may have a quick second here.
time, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., still the second Wednesday of every month. Do I have a second?
I'll make them on time.
Second, I thought stage was two.
Discussion, I'd just like to say that Lincoln has graciously all this time taken a vacation day to attend our meetings, so this will help him not have to burn a vacation day every month. So if anybody has any objection to that or thought, but okay. So we'll have a roll call, please, Pam.
Do I have a second?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Right.
sorry, listen. Commissioner Brightfelder.
Yes.
Commissioner Ware,
Yes.
Commissioner Watson,
Yes.
Commissioner Welling?
Yes.
Commissioner Wilson?
Yes. Okay. Any commissioners have any other updates?
Yes, Madam President. First of all, today is my last day serving as a commissioner. I thank again my fellow commissioners for trusting me to serve in an interim capacity starting tomorrow. And so I have submitted my letter of resignation to Commissioner Dumas. I met with her yesterday. But prior to that, I would like to resign as the secretary effective immediately. And I make a motion that Commissioner Burkfelder assume that role of secretary of the board beginning immediately.
A second.
Do you accept, Mr. Steve?
Yes.
Is there any discussion?
Or any other nominations would be the.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is there any other nominations? Any other nominations? Any other nominations? Hearing none, nominations are closed, and we'll have a roll call.
Commissioner Brightfelder?
Yes.
Commissioner Ware?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
I understand.
Commissioner Welling?
Yes.
Commissioner Wilson?
Yes. All right.
I do have one final thing, Madam President, before we go into executive session. As many of you all know, today is my last day as executive director, and I just want to show you all a Post-it note that I got on my first day. It just says, "Congrats, welcome to the gang," and it was signed by our then only 4 veteran service officers: Kevin Ott, James Massey, Calvin Wooten, and Bill Daniels. I've kept that all this time, these last 15 months, to be able to just reflect whenever the time came of where I started at the Veteran Service Commission. We were then just a staff of 6, and I'm proud to say that because of the leadership of this board and the confidence that you've placed in me, we've not only done a complete 180 of this Veteran Service Commission together, but our team has grown to now 18 full staff members. And I just want to say to all of you, thank you. Thank you for being in the fight with me. And to the board, thank you for this incredible opportunity that I've had this last year plus. So with that, thank you, Madam President.
Well, we're definitely going to miss you, but we know that you're going to do great things and you're going to make us very proud, and just don't forget us little people. And we know that we have a great interim director in Glenn, and we know that we're going to keep moving forward. We're going to keep trying to serve as many Hamilton County veterans and all veterans as well as we can for as long as we can. And I think that you have set the perfect footprint for us to move forward. I can tell you that I'm so excited to be a part of this board. Can't say that previously that we were doing everything that we could to help veterans. I think we are now. I think we're on the right path, and I just see us getting better each and every day. So we thank you.
Thank you, Gene.
And does anyone else?
I'd just like to say, the only reason why I accepted Alicia Reese's appointment is because you were the director. You know, we had some dealings before, you know, when you ran for Congress, and, you know, I thought you were an upright guy. And I knew you would do a great job here, so I went ahead and accepted it, and I'm glad I did.
Thank you, Lincoln. Thank you. Means a lot. Thank you.
The one final thing I'd like to say before we move into executive session, that unfortunately, as much as I want to be at the Veterans Appreciation Day, I will not. So I'll be in Tampa, Florida, struggling, trying to have a good time. Did register, so I was not planning to go to Tampa, but things happened, and so it turned around and I did, but I did register, so if you haven't registered, everybody, please register, please support it. I think it's gonna be a great day. All right. I will now entertain a motion to move into executive session to review the financial assistance applications for the period 7/1/25 through 7/31/25 in the pursuit to ORC 121.22J and 5901.09C. And B, to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, compensation of a public employee or official pursuit to the ORC 121.22G1. I'll now entertain a motion to do that.
So moved.
So moved. Is there a second?
Second.
Second. Roll call, please, Pam.
Commissioner Brightfelder?
Yes.
Commissioner Ware?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Thank you, Colonel.
Commissioner Welling? Yes. Commissioner Wilson?
All right. Do we want to do a formal invitation of who's allowed? 1 second, Tom, please. Yeah, 1 second. Just need it open for a
Entertain
second.
a motion to include our executive director and our financial person, Jim,
And
our attorney.
And Pam.
Oh, and Pam.
yeah,
We gotta get this.
yeah.
That's crazy.
So moved, everybody.
So moved.
So moved.
Second, right? Second. Okay. Roll call, please, Pam.
Commissioner Brightfelder?
Yes.
Commissioner Ware?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Welling?
Yes.
And Commissioner Wilson?
Yes. Thank you. I will now entertain a motion to approve the financial assistance report. So moved. We have a motion to approve the financial report, duly seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please, Pam.
Commissioner Brightfelder?
Yes.
Commissioner Ware?
Yes.
Commissioner Watson?
Yes.
Commissioner Welling?
Yes.
And Commissioner Wilson?
Yes. Is there any other business to come before our meeting? If not, our next board meeting will be September the 10th at 2 p.m.
Yeah. See, I got it.
There you go.
Well done.
All right, we're adjourned.
All right. That's a wrap.